so I know it's been a while and I apologize for that. Being sick, having the kids sick, it's been a minute. I just wanted to go ahead and make a quick video on printing out printable care cards for your shirts, for your cups, your mugs, whatever you have. I actually found this website, cuttingforbusiness.com/free printable care cards, silhouette Cricut. And I'm going to show you from the beginning how you download what you need, and we're going to go ahead and download the SVG format. And so we're going to go ahead and download that. And hit a direct download, and then we're going to go into our Cricut design space and we're going to upload a file. We're going to go ahead and upload this, so it's going to be on my downloads. Open that up and I'm going to put it on there. And it's a big file, so it's going to take a little bit for it to load, but there it is. And we're going to I'm going to go ahead and rename it as printable or care cards. We can say printable care cards, tags, custom tags, instruction tags, washing instructions, care instructions. And so that way I can find it easier. We're going to go ahead and save it. It's going to take a little bit, and the reason it's going to take a little bit is because it's a really big file. Same thing when you upload it into Design Space, it will take a little bit because it is such a large file. So we're going to go ahead and insert the image. And it's quite a big image. So it's going to come on here. And it comes out red, which is fine. We can go ahead and fix all of that. And if you see on our layers panel, it comes out and it's all as a cut file. But we're going to change that into a flattened file so that it can print it with your inkjet printer, and then the Cricut will cut it out for you. So I'm going to go ahead and ungroup it. And we're actually going to make washing and care instructions for shirts because I made the mug one, but we're going to make one for shirts to see how it comes out. So I'm going to go ahead and delete the ones I don't need. And I'll save that one too, because I'll go ahead and make that one. That way you guys can go ahead and see it. I'm going to go ahead and turn this into white and this red into white as well. So we're going to go down here and find it, and we're going to make it white. And then I like to add my logo to the washing and care instructions just because it makes it a little bit more personalized to yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and look at my images, and I'm going to look for my logo. Oh, it's not loading the images today. Let's go back to our canvas. Let's go back to images, see if it can upload. And there's my logo. I'm going to go ahead and insert it, and I'm going to make it small enough so that it fits on there. I like to put it right at the bottom, right there. I'm going to copy and paste it. I'm going to go ahead and also place it on the mug. And so it'll be on the mug and it'll be on the shirt as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and select it all, and I'm going to hit flatten. And do you see when you hit flatten how it makes it one image versus having all these special cut files? That's exactly what you want to do when you do it. So I'm going to go ahead and click flatten for this. And this is just a small little tidbit that we don't need, so we're going to go ahead and delete that. And so it made them into these cut files. So I'm going to make them small enough so that way they could fit on a page. I'm going to go ahead and copy them. And I think I should be able to hopefully fit about maybe I'm hoping 10 of them on the same page, but if not, we will see. I know there's an easier way. You can just hit to make as many copies as you want on the page, but I want to go ahead and do it this way. I'm going to go ahead and click make it, and I'm going to see how many it actually did per page. So you see it went on to the next page. So I'm going to actually delete one of those because I don't want it to go on to 2 pages. I just want to use 1 page for now. I'm going to cancel, come back to my canvas, and I will go ahead and delete one of them. You can do it either way. You can either do it this way that I did it, or I'll go ahead and show you the other way where you can just make it to where it just makes copies. If you click here and click project copies, I can make, let's say I want to make 4 copies, and let's see what it does for 4 copies. If I make 4 copies, it doesn't fill up the page. Let's see if I do 5 copies. 5 copies, it goes on to 2 pages. So if I don't want to print out that last page because I don't want to make an extra one, I can just also make 9 copies. And if I make 9 copies, I think that'll make 2 full pages. So that's exactly what I want. I want it to make 2 full pages. And then we're actually going to hit continue, and we're going to send it to our printer. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on my Cricut right now. I'm going to send it to my printer. I'm just going to use regular cardstock. Any color cardstock that you want would really work. I'm going to use a hot pink cardstock because that's the one that I have available right now. I will load it into my printer first, and then I'm going to go ahead and click send to printer. It's going to send it to my printer, and it wants to know if it adds a bleed. For these, I don't think you need to add a bleed to it because there's no lines that you don't want cut. So I usually take that off. If you wanted to print a special picture, this is when you would use the system dialog, and that's when you would make it to where you want to cut it into picture paper quality or best quality. I don't need any of that right now for these, so I'm going to go ahead and click print. It's going to go ahead and send them to my printer, and then my printer will print registration marks, and I'll go ahead and switch video so that way you guys can see the video that I'll take. Okay, so it just came out of our printer. We're going to go ahead and grab it, and you see how it printed these registration marks, and those are the registration marks that we exactly want so that it could cut it out for us. And then we're going to go ahead and place it on our mat, and then we're going to send it through our printer. Send it through our Cricut, sorry, not our printer. Let's go ahead and put it in there, and my daughter's going to hold it on here while I go back in here, and I'm going to come into my design space, and I'm going to hit medium cardstock. That's what I'm going to cut it as. And then we're going to place it in. She's going to press the button to load it. And our Cricut is actually going to cut it for us. It will cut out the shape of the shirt, and it'll cut out the shape of the mug. It'll cut out both for us. The thing it's going to do is going to read the registration marks. If you can see, the little light turns on your Cricut, and it'll read each registration mark to make sure that they're all there. All 4 corners and 4 sides have to be there so that it can read them and it knows exactly where to cut. As you can see, it's cutting out our shirt cutout, and I will keep recording so you can see it when it cuts out this one right here. That will be our mug cutout. And it'll cut that one right. Oh, I think it's going to cut all our shirts first. And so there it goes. It's cutting out our mug cutout. It has a little bit more cuts in the shirt. It has the top of the mug and the side of the handle of the mug. So it just takes a little bit more, but I'll show you when it's all done. And it's all done. So we're going to unload it from our mat, from our Cricut, and then we're going to take it off our mat. So I'm going to place it over here, and I'm just going to pull it off. As you can see, it all pulls off, and it's going to all be on there. And then you could just pull off what you need. And here's our care instructions. First one with our logo, and then we have the care instructions of our mug. That is right here. And the mug, I just add it to every single one of them. And that's exactly how you do it. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions at all, feel free to ask me down below. I'll go ahead and post the link of where you can find these printable cut files. Thank you so much.